Okay, we got 20 minutes and 15 seconds on this one. So, the recap of today so far and yesterday. Yesterday, I woke up around 11, and after that, this new therapist who is kind of my friend randomly, and yeah, my life is quite random to be honest, but yeah, imagine a friend of yours says, "Hey, you like psychology? There is this girl who is a Instagram celebrity and is a psychologist. Maybe you should just have a talk." And flash forward 2 weeks later, we're talking every single day. Interesting. So, on one hand, of course, I'm kind of salivating for 300k followers that she has. Even a portion of that is gonna be exposed to um, my mind and the my work is still like a free promotion, and of course I'm kind of salivating for that subconsciously. And on the other hand, I really enjoy talking to her because she's not part of the mass stupidity that I encounter every single day. It's, it's nice to have someone who is not that kind of stupid, that is kind of suffocating. But so yesterday was me talking to her, and about 1 or 2 hours, I think. Yeah, she called, and we talked about 1 hour for one stretch of time, and after that, around the evening, um, 1 hour then as well before she went to bed. Um, so that was so I need to like make it into chunks so I don't forget what the fuck I did yesterday. So 11 was me waking up, and up to 12, I think, or around there, we had the conversation while I was playing a game. Mm, I think it was Bounty Rush mixed with Wuthering Waves. This is gonna be very important information for 10 to 20 years of my life, and the historians who's gonna be thinking, okay, what kind of crapper did he shit in to have this kind of a brain? So I'm making this information of what game I played, and this is gonna be kind of out of service anyways. Like Wuthering Waves is maybe like has like 3 to 5 years left in it, and Bounty Rush, I think till One Piece ends, it's gonna just pump out EX characters and just rob people blind. But that's nice. And so around 12, I think I had um yeah I didn't cook. I either ordered something or I had a client call. I don't remember. I had a call. That's what I remember. After the call with her, I had a video call with either a prospect or client. I don't know because we scheduled another call for the next week. So I think it was a prospect to finalize the contract next week, or it was a client to, I don't remember. And that's how fascinating lives are. I remember with utmost details what happened 10 years ago in that specific scenario, but yesterday, I don't fucking know. Um, and that's like the hierarchy of importance I associate with people. Some people I know the most amount of details about them because they're important, and some things are important, but a fucker who didn't pay me yesterday is not important. And if they're gonna pay me the next week, then they become important. That's how life is. And so after that, let's say around 12 or 1, I either ate something or played a game. Or no. I wrote. Yeah, I remember. About 2 to 3 hours I wrote. I actually loved the shit I wrote yesterday. Quite nice. Mm, it was session 600 something of my 1 million word project. It's almost at 400,000 words now in 3 months, and it's quite nice. I hope I have um, the logistics of life not get in the way. So I finish it by August 2026, the 1 million word project, because yeah, that's gonna coincide with something that I really want to make it there to the deadline. And this is the difference between people who are gonna watch this in 50 years. This is the difference between the mass majority of mediocre people, that they don't have any self projects because they don't have a self, and they just wake up. This is literally the culmination of peak European comfort. You wake up, you go to work 5 to 8 hours, you come back, you go out with your friends, you have some couple of beers or something, back home, 3 to 5 hours of Netflix, and then sleep, repeat. And in the weekend, you wake up 8 a.m., you go to another country, and you have a kind of trip or a journey or whatever, and you wonder why you're not happy with your life. Yeah, I wonder too, because it's literally when you have nothing to live for other than just jumping from this conversation to that conversation, from this dopamine to that dopamine, when you have nothing representing who you are for the next day, for the next decade, for the next century, that's literally, you don't even. And this is the fascinating part, because human subconscious is very about death and seeks immortality. And if you're actually constantly living day to day, the anxiety and the depression that is covering your subconscious about your immortality being not addressed puts you under immense pressure, because you can have the best job, the best relationships, the best everything, but you still are unhappy because you're not addressing the actual historical significance that your subconscious is actually longing for. And this is why we have these kind of billions of bots and NPCs running around with no significance. You can literally purge the whole earth out of all of the Europeans, all of the Americans, all of the all of the Asians, and you could literally wipe the face of the earth out of 8 billion, minus 100 or 1,000 or 1 million people, and nothing is gonna change in the world. If there was a cataclysm that would befall Earth and 7 billion would literally be wiped out, nothing is gonna change, because these people don't actually matter. All of these Netflix watchers, all of these uh, TikTok scrollers, all of these noise in the world, they don't matter. And it's very difficult for people to understand they don't matter, because everyone wants to matter, but no one actually does anything that matters in 5 years, in 10 years, in 50 years. And people wonder why they are not happy. So, yeah, basically, um, yesterday I wrote about 3 to 5 hours or 2 to 3 hours, and the extra 2 hours I talked about my writing with one of the bestseller friends of mine, one of the philosopher friends of mine, and we went over the themes, what it says, and half of it was them actually surprised I wrote 20 minutes of dense philosophy and actual coherent structure that reflected Foucault to Pynchon to McCarthy to Dostoevsky that they love to compare me to. And I was just, okay, please let the fucking dick riding drop and actually talk about the work. I know you actually haven't seen in your fucking life someone who writes like this in 20 minutes. I understand that, but this was interesting the first 5 times you said. Now I want you to fucking focus on the work and tell me what you understand from the work, because most of the times I'm literally seeing the characters doing actions and I just fucking translate it. It's like I'm the fucking court transcriptor that everyone says whatever. They don't even think about what they hear. Their fingers tap on the keyboard as if, this is just what's happening. And most of the writing that I'm doing, I just don't know. It's in a zone, it's a flow state, flood state, as I call it, or whatever. But as soon as I start writing a session in this like project or any kind of piece I write, I see the words on the page, but at the same time, I just see the characters doing whatever they're doing. Most of the time, I'm not even writing what they're about to do. I'm writing what they already have done. So that's why it's fast. It's like 20 minutes per piece, per 500 words. And it pisses me off that on one hand, the world is just a bunch of retarded people populating and kind of wasting resources. But on the other hand, it pisses me off that 50 and 60 years old bestsellers and philosophers are in awe that this is how I function. This is literally a disappointment for human potential that I, at 26 years old, writing in 20 minutes and literally transcripting what characters are doing is some kind of revolutionary literary accomplishment. But other than that bullshit that pissed me off, I think what was around like 5 or 6 p.m. that I gamed again. I went on. I checked a little bit of news about Iran and bullshit about that. I need to let this shit go because Iran is gonna be hit by the first week of March, and the chaos is gonna ensue. Is that there's gonna be a 4 to 6 months gap of kind of chaos that whoever the fuck gets out of the country is gonna win the next 5 to 10 years, and whoever is gonna remain, they're just gonna have a fuck ton of bullshit to deal with the regime change and whatever. This regime is not gonna get to 2027. That's for sure. Either it's gonna be imploding from within with the economic collapse. I predicted the dollar would be euro. Euro would be about like 200k toman by what is it? 2 million real by by the new Iranian year, which is literally 1 month away. But we're literally getting there. And as soon as that fucking happens, because the inflation of the new year and all of that, people literally have nothing to eat. So they're gonna just go in the streets to die as a martyr and not starve to death. That's one thing. The other thing is that there are like literally 5 anchors of legitimacy that this regime has lost all of it. So this is gonna be either implode from within or explode from the outside, or mix of them. So that's kind of nice. And um, so I need to not check the news, because news is just random piece of shit people uh, masquerading as expert, saying what I already fucking knew 5 months ago. But the the entertainment value of that unfortunately is quite high. So I need to replace that with either watching anime or learning a language or whatever fucking bullshit it is, because yeah, it's like I don't watch Instagram these days. Like it's been like 6 to 9 months that I don't go on Instagram at all. I just go there, write my thing, and post, and that's it. I dip out. I don't give a fuck about other people's lives, because other people's life is just boring as shit. Because I remember I once I went to my friend's house, and we um, spent the night together, and she's a German, so the perfect European style life. She woke up, and she went to work, and after that we met up for for the evening, and after that she was just watching series, and I was watching series. It was just so fucking agonizing and suffocating, because why would I appreciate someone else's world when I literally hold cosmologies of characters and innovative thought in my fucking brain? This is the part I don't fucking understand. Why do I get to fucking praise someone else's creation in Netflix, and it's literally mediocre at best? The storytelling is not fucking there. The All of this, like every inch of breath I take and I draw from my surroundings, is like the stench of mediocrity doesn't fucking actually like drop. I don't understand like how the fuck the world is filled with this much mediocrity. Like I understand the mass majority of the numbers are gonna be 3 to 4 standard deviation behind me, because I'm the literally once in a fucking generation mind that is not only built but also born this way. So I do understand this, that when a 26 years old has friends who are 60 and 50 years old, I do understand the discrepancy. But what I don't understand is that some of the mediocrity around me is just like so fucking obvious that it's just suffocating me. How the fuck all of these pieces of shit around me don't see this? This is like kind of fascinating to me. How fucking canyon of cognition is between me and all of this fucking pieces of shit around me, that is just widening every single fucking day. Why would you go on fucking Netflix, watch 2 to 5 hours of someone else's fucking creation, and get get the hype and get the dopamine of you achieving something? This is what like literally tortures me. Even when I literally watch Netflix or anime or whatever, I'm literally compounding and crystallizing inside my neural wiring in new ways of storytelling. When I read a book, 90% of every single book I read is either common sense or utter bullshit, but I read for that 10% or 1% that is innovative, that is gonna actually add and compound in my cognition. So what I don't fucking understand is that I just don't get it. Like, how do you sleepwalk through your day, through your days, through your months and lives without doing anything? It's just like it's just so obviously absurd to me that everyone is satisfied with the shitty life that they have, and they know they are dissatisfied because they spend every single fucking day 5 hours of scrolling. If you're happy with your fucking life, where the fuck do you find 5 hours to numb yourself and to numb your fucking brain? Yeah, if you're fucking happy with your life, why the fuck do you find 5 hours to literally forget living your life? This is just such a bullshit thing that I don't fucking understand where the fuck this fucking social media came from. Social media is good with actually fucking video chats and fucking finding informations. Even fuck that information, you can find fucking books. You can find books online. I don't know where this fucking Instagram, the TikTok, the fucking make a video and make it every single 3 seconds, one word pop out of your fucking screen, a fucking new clip, and talking over that. Where this specific kind of bullshit came to fucking being, because this is literally 50 layers of bullshit piled upon each other. One layer is that you're getting the half information of a half brain person, half explaining a half understood concept from a half read from 50 sources of kind of half researched sources into a one fucking stick figure video. And this literally gives you the perception of understanding the fucking concept. Even these fucking days, someone is giving the fucking Warren Buffett or whoever the fuck's voice to AI and make the AI fill it with positivity pornography and uploading it on fucking YouTube and getting millions of views, because everyone wants to understand how to succeed rather than actually fucking take the first step inside their own actual fucking lives trying to fucking succeed. Every single fucking day, everyone is... I know this fucking writer who writes 1 line per week and calls himself a fucking writer. He literally talks more about writing than actual fucking writing. More people talk about succeeding than actually taking the fucking steps towards that fucking success. And what bothers me most is that this has become the fucking culture. You go on TikTok, YouTube, whatever, the first post that gets 1 million is repeatedly posted by 50 other people trying to get a fraction of that fucking exposure, getting 200,000 views, because this is now accepted fucking virality that is gonna have a 1 month of life. So everyone is gonna literally milk that shit dry. And this literally perpetuates not only mediocrity, but also dampens human fucking potential to the fucking ground, and also produces mass mediocrity and mass depression, because no novelty of thought is being fucking produced. One person produces one novel thing per month, and that shit circulates for fucking 11 months remaining of the fucking year. And this is like becoming a fucking pandemonium of humanity, that every single fucking day that passes, people are becoming more and more passive and more fucking depressed, and they actually don't even fucking know where the problem is. And my fucking problem is that I see this so fucking clearly, and I'm in a fucking awe that these motherfuckers actually don't understand anything about anything, even their own fucking lives. And the funny thing is, when eventually I actually point this out, it's gonna be discovered in 50 fucking years later, because the platform is for these pieces of shit that make a 2 minutes video with 50 layers of edits and 50 other fucking thumbnail bullshit to hold 3 seconds of fucking attention, because human cognition is that fucking dumb that a monkey has more fucking attention span than a fucking 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old piece of shit as fucking Homo sapien and fucking human. But yeah, that fucking tangent aside, for my future self, After that, I watched the anime. I actually started watching JoJo. It's literally poorly and shit kind of a story. But I guess one or two instances of storytelling is gonna be nice inspiration. Not even consciously, but subconsciously for me. And yeah, after that, I don't think I did anything else. I just fucking um, talked to a couple of friends. I went out and grabbed a couple of drinks and walked under the rain with someone I met. We talked about 15 to 30 minutes, and after that I came home. I was pissed about the mediocrity of the world around me, per usual, and wrote about it, and also wrote to one of these philosophers bestsellers that I know, and they said, I know. And I said, yeah, you fucking knowing is not gonna change any fucking thing. You need to fucking get me fucking published to actually fucking be exposed less to the mediocrity of the fucking outside world. And they said, okay, I'm on it. I'm doing intros this week. I'm pitching you to publishers. I gotta get you discovered. And I said, yeah, you keep fucking saying that, but I'm not being fucking discovered. Do more. And yeah, so I'm waiting for these pieces of shit around me who wasted 50 years of 60 years of their fucking lives to establish themselves in the system and still are powerless to get one fucking generational mind being discovered. And yeah, I remember this. I applied for this PhD thing a couple of months ago, and the professor was so like impressed with my thesis and the way I think. Everyone is apparently, and he said he's gonna um, co-supervise. And I said, hey, you're a fucking 40, 50 years old, and you're European, so you don't have any fucking financial problems since your fucking conception, and you still don't hold a fucking seat to actually hold one fucking place to supervise another person. You're the most powerless fucking person inside your own fucking establishment, and you tell me you're gonna fucking co-supervise me? How the fucking useless are you that you don't even hold a seat to fund another person that you find interesting to actually help them establish themselves? You're a 40, 50 fucking years old and you don't even have that solitary use to be useful to another person that you find actually fucking worth your time. How fucking useless are you? And I literally sent this to him inside an email. He was shocked because that's not how you talk to an established professor. And he said, hey, I don't know why you're mad with me, but I'm going to introduce you to a couple of my colleagues, and if they can supervise you, I will still gladly co-supervise you. This motherfucker doesn't like me, but he sees this brain, how rude, how fucking confronting, how whatever. This is not gonna happen till 50 to 100 years later. In his lifetime, he needs to fucking put up with my bullshit because he hasn't seen anything like this. And after a couple of weeks later, that they fucking said, okay, we have something to supervise you, but because Netherlands in a shit show of economy, we're not gonna fund it. We don't have funds. And I said, okay, I'm not gonna fucking pay you. I don't have the fucking money to pay you to use my fucking brain and give it a fucking platform. You should be fucking begging me to actually be on your fucking platform and fund it also. But yeah, this is literally the bullshit that I'm dealing these days with.